Hello, I'm back, and I cleaned up a little bit. I trimmed my beard down and brushed my hair, which is a big change from where I've been. Just gonna go over some stuff on the bike, all the stuff that I brought, what worked and what didn't, and hopefully I'll have some more stuff about the trip posted soon. We'll start here. The rain gear. Rain just became something that happened. It came on suddenly most of the time, and by the time you pulled over, you were already soaked. So take it or leave it. Um, I'm just gonna leave it next time I go on a trip like that, and just expect to get wet. The wrap. So I wasn't happy with it from the beginning. Little wrinkles and stuff. It turned out all right, but like this part popped off somewhere. I don't know where. But I'm gonna rip that stuff off. This grip, the Dango Design grip, mounts here. Just clips onto the bottom of your helmet. It worked good for what it was. I ended up using the Insta360 camera way more because it captures everything, and then I just reframe what I want. But I think I got some good B footage from the other mounts and the GoPro cameras. The strap just held everything, my bivouac and bag together on the bike. Dry bags. I got a 5-pack. These are Freelaxy, and they were great. I kept clean clothes, dirty clothes, socks and drawers. The kneeling pad was pulled a lot of duty. It was my pillow, and I ended up sitting on it for most of the trip. Great addition. I know I overpacked on tools. The MREs, I maybe could have brought one and been fine. I ate one. The rest of them is just extra weight. The other bag right there was my tools and materials to fix the motorcycle. And I know I overpacked, but I think a lot of this is really necessary if you break down. Zip ties, extra earplugs, that kind of stuff. I think there's a wire kit in there, fuses, little odds and ends, electrical tape, tire thingies. You got to have them to change the tire. I brought that specifically for that back nut. It's a pain to get off with unless you have the right tools for it. Front and a back inner tube. That bag held most of this stuff, all the hand tools. There's also the OEM toolkit, which I might hybridize some of this stuff. These tools are just better tools than the stock cheap stuff that they put in those. I don't need an extra flashlight. I carry one with me, usually 2 of them, and I never even touch that one. For fishing, I have that small tackle box, which just bobbers, swivels, hooks. I just put these in here. I wish I had done this before the trip. There's like, you need them. They work great. The Insta360 tripod slash, what do you call it, selfie stick. That was great for walking around. And then for fishing, the Zebco 808 Boss Hog was overkill for where I was fishing, just docks and shoreline. There's fish out there big enough for this, but then again, it's just a beefed up Zebco 33, so you're not going to have enough line for something like a tarpon. Even the 20-pound test might have worked that comes stock with it, but I can't. The tarpon would just rip that line right off. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh, battery charger or a jump starter and air pressure, I think are kind of necessary. And then there's 50 feet of 550 cord or paracord, whatever you want to call it. Oh yeah, this. So the Gatorade bottle I had mounted on the front, and it was great. It was mounted up here, or here, and I could reach down and grab it and take a drink and put it back while I was riding. I did drop the bike at the beach. There's sand kicked out from under it and laid it down and broke that bit. But I will definitely get another one and ride with that goofy ass water bottle on the side, because you sweat a lot and you will get dehydrated riding this long. Other than that, that's it. That was not all. These Rig Gear adventure bags are massive. Like, they were way overkill for everything. There was just so much room on them. I did attach this, my canteen with the cup in it, so I could brew coffee and whatnot in it. And here I attached these to a piece of plywood so that I could use this quick connect on the bike. I'm taking this off because it's just like a big crash bar that's just goofy. And then these Chipolo, they're great for, I put this on there for if the bike gets stolen, I can hopefully find it. But if you shake them, they start to, of course they won't do it now, they start to make a beeping noise. So it kind of alerts whoever's stealing the bike that, hey, there's a tracker on this. I wasn't too fond of that, but it's a good just in case to think of. Now I've got the bike out here. I'm going to take this wrap off, but salt is really bad for it. You can see down here all that salt spray from the road. That's got to come off there because it'll just corrode everything. So I'm going to give it a bath. I also forgot to mention that with this I have a 1/0 hook, a 1/0 bait holder hook, and all that I used was shrimp or worms for this whole trip, and I switched between split shot lead or lead shot for a weight, or a bobber depending on what I wanted to try. And that was all that I used when we went on the fishing trip or out in the Gulf. There was a heavier shot leader and shrimp on there with a circle hook, and that was what we used out there. I also didn't mention the Kelty Late Start 2 tent. I bought this off Amazon, and I had not used it until I got out there, and I'm thankful that it worked as well as it did. I highly recommend this tent.